Hi. Hopefully you
Oh, yeah.
can see us now. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Hopefully everyone can see us. Yay, it worked. Technology.
Yay.
Yes. All right. So y'all ready for me to?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, let me do this. Okay. All right. Welcome everyone to Rivals of Waterdeep, D&D actual live play. Is it actual play, live play? I don't know what the difference between those are. We are actual live play D&D show, and this is the beginning of season 7.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So a lot of episodes we've had so far, and we are super excited to get back to it. But before we talk a little bit about what went on in our previous season and what we are going through, let's go around. I guess since we don't know what order everybody is in, I will say who's. I'll go in standard table order, assuming that Masood is would be where I'm sitting. So let's start with Tanya.
Hi, I am your paladin, Celisa Storio. Human, grumpy, both her pronouns and mine are she, her. And it's been a while, so let's see what's happened since our last adventure, not counting our wacky one-shots.
All right. Brandon.
Hi, I'm Brandon Stennis. I play Red Leon. I will be your high elf sorcerer that will be hopefully not burning things up today.
You never know.
Yeah,
You cursed us.
You never know. Latia.
Oh my gosh, I'm not last anymore. What's going on? I'm Latia Bryant. I am playing your punky murder bird, Dahani, your Aarakocra monk. And I'm excited to get back to the story. Both my pronouns and her pronouns are she, her.
Sweet. And Masood.
Hi, y'all. I'm Masood. I'm new to the group. You probably caught me in a couple of one-shots, but I'm going to be playing with y'all as Gazric Namrad, and that's all I'm going to tell you about him. You'll meet him later in the story, and as you can imagine, their pronouns are he, him, as well as mine. Yeah, I'm excited to play.
Okay. Awesome. And I'm Shreve Jackson, your Dungeon Master for Season 7, and Shaka, Tiefling Warlock. First thing I want to say is that we usually do rotate DMs every season. So we usually do have a different DM every 10 episodes. But unfortunately, Cicero Holmes, who is supposed to DM, who also plays Perrin, Underbow, is taking a small break from this season. So he's not like off the show, but he is taking a small break. So kind of in the, we just thought it'd be best if I just continued it. So don't worry. We are still doing the switching DM thing. Like we think it adds a lot to the diversity of stories and that kind of stuff. But that's the reason why I'm here. I'm not the permanent DM or anything like that.
Also, Sharif is handcuffed to his chair, and he just doesn't know it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is another thing. Reason too. They have threatened my life.
Okay, now read the next sign.
What?
Read the next sign.
I know. If you haven't noticed, I've been blinking in Morse code like a SOS, like a SOS sign. Because I feel like no matter how futuristic a movie is, they always find a way to fit in Morse code. Like somebody's flashing some light in Morse code, or I even think it came up in like a Star Trek episode one time. They were like this ancient pattern of lights. Okay, so y'all, I am very excited, but first I want to say thank you to Tanya and Latia for DMing our one-shot adventures that were between season 6 and season 7. I thought that was awesome to make sure that we could keep the momentum of our group going. Also gave a chance for Masood to hop in and get like a sense for how we do things and like also Latia, I know that you are a experienced DM, but this is your first time DMing for us.
Yeah, it was great.
So how was that?
It was so fun. It's been a while since I've DM'd, actually. Being primarily a convention DM and then taking a break from running for the kids that I run for at work. So it had been a while, so it was nice to get back in the seat.
Okay, sweet. Awesome. Okay. All right. So let's, before we get into the season, let's talk a little bit about some of the people that we want to give shout outs for supporting us. And I guess we probably should have talked about if the codes are the same.
They are. All of our codes remain the same.
Yeah, I kind of figured, but I probably should have clarified that because I was just going to read them. Okay, so first, always want to give a shout out to D&D Beyond. That's where we get all of our character sheets and our leveling, and when we're looking up all of our spells, all that great stuff is at D&D Beyond. So if you need to be in the digital space, and they are also added dice rolls as well, so you can actually roll your dice on there too, and it sounds pretty cool, and it is cool. So if you don't have access to fancy dice, you can have fancy dice on there at dndbeyond.com. Do you know, Tanya, if we are doing bundles this?
We are. I was just trying to find that without disrupting the stream.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
So
that's fine.
yes, we are. We do have bundle giveaways, and maybe DC or Obo Lauren could remind us.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. We can handle that eventually. Okay. So we have our dice.
Bundles.
Okay. Cool. Source book bundles. Yeah. So like we will have bundles of a source book. So like if there's any books that you want to have, and the cool thing about having the digital versions is even if you have the hardcover versions, they are searchable, right? So you can search for names, for events, for like all that stuff. I use it all the time on the mobile app to like kind of see like what different books that like characters are in, or like locations and like all that stuff. So we will have some source book bundles for you. As usual, you'll have to be in the Twitch chat during our show. So if you're listening to the podcast or watching the VOD, make sure to tune in Sundays at noon Central to get a chance to win those bundles. Okay, so our dice trays and vaults are provided by Wormwood, and you can check them out at wormwoodgaming.com. As you can see, Tanya is showing up her beautiful dice tray there.
Steel dice and cherry dice vault.
Cherry vault. And if you order from them and use the code RIVALS, you will get free domestic shipping, and that is WYRM for the Wormwood. So it's not WRM, WYRM. WormwoodGaming.com. And the dice that lie upon those are from Level Up Dice. And we are part of a Level Up program called a Diceomancy program. So if you go to bit.ly/LUD Rivals of Waterdeep and you make a purchase, that goes to us. Well, your purchase does not go to us.
You brought us dice, thank you.
That actually would be pretty awesome if you thought that you were ordering dice and just shipped to us. Well, no, we get like referral points any time. So make sure to help us out there by going to Level Up Dice. We also have notebooks by the Rook and the Raven. And you can use the code RIVALS for 15% off. So you can write down all kind of awesome things in your notebooks, including puzzles and math problems, as I do, which is fun. And also last season we had some minis designed by Eldritch Foundry. So if you go to eldritch-foundry.com and use the code RIVALSDNB, you can get 10% off of your miniature order there. Okay, awesome. So with that, y'all, I think we're ready to do our first whoosh of the season. So if you are new to our show, that is what we do. Like before we recap, and Masood looks very excited because this is going to be his
I'm a whoosh version. I'm ready.
Because we did not whoosh during the one shots because those were in a alternate universe. Or were there?
Wow.
So previously on Rivals of Waterdeep. Whoosh. Wait, time delayed whooshing. I love it. All right, y'all. So I know that y'all have encyclopedia knowledge of what happened in the previous season, in season 6. So why don't y'all give us some highlights for like either some of the new people listening or some people that want to catch up a bit. What are some of the highlights that resonated with you from season 6?
So many snails. So
were-
many snails.
There were a lot of snails. That was definitely the theme. The theme of the season was people were using snails that that kind of had this like glassy kind of liquid that they left, and they were using them to build these windows that ended up being portals to Avernus, specifically to Baphomet, which is a major deity, within hell. So yeah, lots of snails. Anything else you guys struck out to y'all?
Oh my gosh. What even happened during the first half of the season?
A lot. There was a lot of.
Okay. All right. Well, so a short recap. At the beginning, a bunch of elves came to the manor and were asking about Knock Knock. So we found out later that one of these elves was Corinne, who became a party member for a brief period. So we went to bury Knock Knock in the City of the Dead, which is like the huge cemetery area in Waterdeep that also has portals to other dimensions. And we ran into the Never Embers there. Renair, who we previously trapped in the Dragon Heist Vault, came out. We ended up having to like rescue them from a bunch of weird enemies and puzzles in that in that cemetery. And when we got back to the manor, we found out that the person that Duo trusted to look after the manor took over the manor. Manor. Took over the manor. And this person was Thavius Krieg, who we found out was someone who came from El Tirel, which was a city that was rumored to have just straight up disappeared, just gone, So we had to figure out how he got a piece of the manor, and it appeared he had some like legal documents to prove it. Corinne ends up killing Thavius. Gideon Light Ward, who was like one of Thavius's minions.
I didn't know he had a last name.
He did. He ended up fighting Perrin and Brandon, but Brandon using Ren using his incredible swag ends up turning the tables, and they become smitten with one another. Celeste got trapped in like a portal, ends up finding a very large flail snail in there that we all attack, and we find out is in a huge floating city above the River Styx, which we later learn is El Tirel. And we got our first look at Trenchcoat Slimer, who we learn at the end is a resurrected Thavius, now channeled with the power of like Avernus. So once we get back, Corinne says that we need to go to the Castellaners to find out some more information, and we meet Dahani there, who's working as a bodyguard that has kind of like been in the dark about like a lot of things. Played a bunch of games there. Found out that that the people there were actually using these games as a ritual to collect more snails and commune with Baphomet. We talked to some feedback.
You didn't have to stop talking. I was trying to be stealthy.
Well, like I want to make sure, like feedback, like a loud sound or like static,
Not sure. They just said feedback.
or like an echo. All right. Well, I will try to turn my gain down. All right. So that might make me a little lower, but hopefully that prevented any feedback. All right. Cool. All right. So yeah. So we talked to Corinne's mom. We found out is Karen Castellaner. That is her new name. I forgot what my original name that I gave to her was, but
I think
it is
was
Karen
Aaron.
Castellaner. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. Aaron. Yeah. And there was a big battle downstairs between the Neverembers and the Castellaners. Victorio bounced, but his wife did surrender. And Ash and Shaka came back for a brief period. Ash came back on her mama dragon, and we basically solved, exactly like who Octavius was. Corinne's sister showed up, and it turned out that she has kind of been like a rogue adventurer, basically trying to save these snails from Avernus. Gideon and Trenchcoat Slimer end up fighting, and through the power of Knock Knock, in full tree form, we end up trapping them, and then Corinne's sister brings them back to Avernus in this tree jail, basically. So that's essentially what happened, kind of like the highlights. Couple different things happened here and there. There were Shirley Temple and the Honey Flu, which was awesome, and some other things.
Oh yeah, and Sleece got word on Zaraj, but hasn't found him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. As Sleece was getting information from people at the Castellaners, there was some definite hints that that being kind of wealthy people, that they had all paid Zaraj at one time or another to assassinate people for them. So, which is kind of what the Black Network did. So, anything else, y'all? Anything else that came up, or anything I want to talk about before we jump in? Okay.
No.
All right. So let's jump in. Okay. All right. So, it's been 4 months since the battle in the City of the Dead. And it turns out that this battle is one of the first ones that become sort of well known. Previously, most of the fights that the rivals have have really been only known to y'all and a couple of folks, but because this kind of took place in a well-known environment, and the fact that that Trollskull Manor had become kind of a hotbed of activity here. Y'all are, kind of minor celebrities at this point. I wouldn't say you're major celebrities, but you were kind of known now. So now people have been coming to Trollskull Manor to see y'all.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah. So in the same way that people were originally coming to inspect this artifact that had disappeared and then reappeared during Cicero's season, now they're also coming because they heard that this is where y'all stay. So in the past 4 months, I want to hear what everybody's character has been up to, and it could be anything major or minor or just sleeping. And resting. So
4 months nap.
yeah, exactly, like a 4 month slumber. Who wants to go first in terms of what they've been doing the past 4 months?
Okay, I'll go. Well, Ren's been, resting a lot lately. He's been working out a lot, so like he's got a lot buffer. So
Oh,
he has,
sweet.
Love
lifted
this.
weights. He has taken up the hobby of knitting, so he's been making lots
All
of
right.
scarves for everybody. Probably too many for people and way too many for himself. So he just now always just has a scarf on and just gifts people scarves every once in a while.
Noted. Now, would you say that he has become good at knitting scarves, or
No,
if it's
they're
something
actually
that?
pretty terrible. They're
Okay, okay.
Yeah, like it's like the height is always wrong or the length is wrong. The colors don't match, so it's just like a big kind of
Okay.
mess. But then
Okay,
I guess
but-
everybody. Oh, go ahead.
But it's like a passion of his. So like he's
Yeah,
like trying to get better and like all that stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
good. I love it. Buff Ren and scarves. I love it.
Wow.
I love
Good
it.
combo.
It is a good combo. All right, who's next?
I'll go if that's okay.
Sure.
So Dahani is jobless. And so she's probably been helping Duo with the manor.
Okay.
Because Duo endeared himself to Dahani pretty quickly. And so she's been helping out with the manor, occasionally going to visit the knock tree.
Okay.
Because she felt real bad about what she did to Knocknut at the end of last season.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just been spending some time there, probably like meditating and like doing sick monk stuff, which probably draws a crowd from people like, oh, she did the thing, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably, and painting too, because she is a painter, so she's probably just been doing little portraits of people, like she maybe has painted the manor at one point, and maybe there's a picture of her above the fireplace or something.
Oh, so like you like made like a mural kind of like a
Yeah, something like that.
like a okay all right, I like it. Would now when like you say paint the mural, do you mean like inside or you mean like
Oh no,
outside
like
you
on
paint?
a canvas.
Oh,
And then
okay,
she
gotcha.
went outside and painted on a canvas and then brought it inside and hung it up.
okay, noted. This is great, y'all. I'm definitely noting this stuff down. I love it.
Oh dear.
All right, Celise.
Celise has been trying to track down Zaraj.
Okay.
She's been doing a little bit of woodworking here and there because after going out and trying to find clues about where he could be, coming back frustrating, she's been going in her little workshop that only she could find. And, either just cutting pieces, trying to make like little hobby horses, and all those wooden decoy ducks. She's been spending a lot of hardwood and softwood crafting those. Yeah, and just doing that, and also just trying to get to reconnect with everyone after all they went through in Avernus, because it feels like everybody kind of scattered, and she doesn't think / is worried everyone's not as close as they used to be.
Okay. Great. And I will share that Perrin has chosen to further his barding skills. If you remember in like previous seasons, we often talked about there like being like a bard degree that you could try to get. So he is actually traveling, either trying to find how to get this like degree or like actually trying to form like this degree. So you guys haven't seen him in a while. He's like off doing his thing, and because it seemed that things have been pretty quiet in Waterdeep since this battle, so like y'all have pretty much been chilling. Duo has been really excited from the attention that the manor has gotten, especially since it was kind of like wrecked by Thavius. So like now he is kind of really what's the word? He is really living up the fact that y'all are here. So he has drawings of Yah on the walls. He has fashioned dolls that kind of look like Yah. They're really bad looking dolls, but he's trying to sell likenesses of Yah. He is basically
I feel like Duo has been going around to each of us and asking, "Hey, can you teach me how to do this? Can you teach me how to do this?"
yes,
and not really picking up any of it.
Yeah. He is trying his best to basically make a side hustle. Like he realizes that the manor might not be enough, so he's trying to like, sell like, hey, here's a facsimile of one of Rin's gold ears, and like here's like a version of like Salisa's shield, but they're all like really horrible looking versions. Obviously made from like whatever material he could like scrounge around. So they're made of like crappy looking wood, or like Rin's ear is like a piece of paper that he like kind of like put some yellow butter on, and like try to fashion it into a copy of like Rin's ear, and like all that kind of stuff. So one day you see someone pull up in the hotel, and he's basically set up a little area in the hotel to sell wares. So Masood, why don't you talk about what you look like and how you would walk into this manor? That and like, I will say that you are new to Waterdeep, but even you are somewhat familiar with why this manor is important and who is staying there.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's the entire reason why Gosrick's even in Waterdeep in the first place. Having heard the tale that the rivals of what they accomplished, of not only who they beat, but really like who they beat, has inspired him to come visit them. He's traveled really far, all the way from Icewind Dale, like carrying his wares from his local like surroundings and nature that he forges through. He is about 3'8", pretty short. He's a frost dwarf, I believe is the official subclass we went with. A rock gnome, sorry, a rock gnome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and is he's from Icewind Dale. He's pretty tiny. He's got a really gnarly sort of like mustache that is like covered in frost, and the rest of his beard is actually like, it's like it starts out white and then fades to black at the bottom. It's not actually from any dye, but just the prolonged exposure to the frostlands of his home, as he's been sort of moving around and tucking his beard inside his shirt, but the upper part not so much. And now he's in Waterdeep, so he's in a little more comfortable weather. But yeah, he's got I have no other way to describe his cap, but other than as if he was cosplaying the what was it? Zoran Link armor. So like that cap is like a blue long version sort of hanging down against some like black locks on his hair. He's got a pretty square rectangular face, eyes that are a little beady, but they're pretty kind in their green coloring. And yeah, he's just pretty excited to be set up in the actual space. He probably got there beforehand and talked to Duo about it, who I imagine was really excited about.
Very.
The builder names. Is now even taken some of the like little figurines and dolls of the rivals and set them up alongside his other wares to essentially be, if y'all were a band, he would be the guy managing merch. And so he's got it all laid out for anyone who comes to purchase that sort of stuff.
Okay. Are they good for? Is is Garzik a experienced maker of these, or are they kind of like duos versions, kind of crappy?
Oh, no, these are Gosrick himself does not really make that much stuff. He forages, so he gathers nutrients and like raw materials. So like none of the things have been worked in the same way that these are just duos. Like he just got them and he flips them in the way that he sells.
Okay, cool. All right. So let's role play when you first set up your stuff. Duo is going to come over, and he is going to. You said you're like 3'8", right?
Yeah, 3 feet.
So like you guys are around the same height. So he's going to come over to you, and he's going to hug you.
Yes, friend.
And I don't know if you're a hugger, but he is definitely going to come in and like hug you.
Immediately embraces it back. I think Duo. It's rare, even where in Icewind Dale, for someone to be the same height as Gosrick. So this is an exciting experience.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. I need all the help I can get. I mean, there's people here, like they kind of want to see us. I mean, not really us, because they don't want to see me, even though I was in the battles, but they don't really want to see me, like they want to see them.
No, they
but
want to
cool.
see the rivals. They want to celebrate their majesty and their wonder. And this can be good experience for us both.
But like I'm a rival. I thought I was a rival. Like I've been here since the first season.
Yes, and your role in the story, that the folklore that reached my town is minimal, but it's there. You're still that's how I knew where to come.
Okay. As you're saying this, you feel a little bit of a poke on your back as he's hugging you. Not like a sharp poke, but it feels like something on your back.
Do you have a splinter in your hand, friend? What is it?
Nothing. I just want to see like you're from Icewind Dale, right?
Yeah.
So like I just want to see like exactly how like cold you are. And he pulls off what is basically a block of ice. And he wanted to see like, hey, I just want to see this block of ice. Like if it would start melting on you, or it would attach to you or something. I mean, you guys are basically frozen over there, right?
Yes, we have been chosen by the divine to be cursed for their whims with eternal snow. And
sure.
Yeah, so it's to be real, frankly, I don't know how you survive this heat. My God, I feel like I've lost 15 pounds in water weight already.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I expected you to come out here with like a long mane of like animals or something like that, like some kind of huge cloak, or like wearing like a bear like around your neck or something. Like it seems like you've been in this warm stuff like before. Like what's the deal with that?
Furs have a purpose. There's no need to wear the skin of a living being just for show. Okay, if I need the utility of it to keep me safe, but the kills that I have serve no purpose as trophies.
Okay, well, I like how you slept it, how you kind of snuck in that you had kills. Almost sounds like you're trying to like intimidate me or something, but that's cool. That's all right. Okay, so look, you got any questions about the rivals? Just ask me. I know everything. I know everything about them. Don't ask them because, to be honest, I mean, you're here. Like I'm letting you in my place. But like you probably shouldn't try to talk to them like one-on-one. Like they're kind of important, right? They got important things to do. Like they're out here.
So
like
you are their manager. Oh, I see now how you are. You are not real rival. You're manager of rival. That makes complete sense.
Well, like I'm a real rival that like got promoted to a manager. Like you know what I mean?
See.
Like it's like a pro. It's like a.
You're
it's
not
like
outside hire. It feels like often that's the move is outside hire comes in for management instead of local power.
I'll actually show you the org chart. And he pulls out this piece of paper from his pocket, this kind of crumpled up paper. And it basically says Rin, Shaka, Perrin, Celise, and like Dahani, Ash, and Chips in like a line. And then they all connect to a name above that says Duo.
Can I roll insight on this piece of paper?
Sure.
I want to find out yeah. I think it's clear. I didn't realize I have a +9. Okay. Let's roll across this. I got a 15 plus 9. I got a 24. So
Okay. What are you trying to gain? Like to see if it's accurate?
I want to see if this is if anyone else adheres to the system or if it's clearly just like something that he made.
Yeah, so you're a merchant, right?
Yeah.
You are very familiar with being able to suss out if people are trying to run a game on you or
Right.
something. It seems like he drew this in the last 5 minutes.
Of course, friend. I see. Well, then can you, as manager and supreme rival, can you gather the other rivals? Because, frankly, to sell material and merchandise with their face on it needs their signature and sign off. Otherwise, we get into legal hassle that, frankly, Gazric does not have lawyer money for.
I mean, sure, but like, I'm not supreme rival. Like, we're not like I'm not a dictator. Like, we're not running like a totalitarian manor here.
Oh,
okay, I'm a manager.
Of course. Oh, so now you manager. Okay. All right. Got it.
All right. All right. So Duo's gonna scurry away. And where are y'all at this moment? Let's start with Celise. Like, where would you be?
What time of day is it again?
Like, it's just like the middle of the day.
Probably
noon.
coming up to think about lunch, see what's available, and I'm guessing I'd have to pass by where the shenaniganry is happening to get to the kitchen.
You can choose to. You could have gone through sort of a basement level and gone into the kitchen, or gone through the main area.
Oh no, I need to witness this.
Okay. All right. So like, I'll say that you walk past just enough to hear Gazric called Duo the supreme the supreme rival.
So like when people are walking in movies and then they just stop and kind of take 2 steps back and go, "What?"
Mm-hmm.
So Celise hears this and turns around and goes, "Supreme rival, Duo, what are you talking about?"
Oh, I already corrected him. I already corrected him. Don't worry. He's the new guy. He's the new guy. He'll get it eventually.
What new guy? Who are you? Where did you come? Duo, what are these figures? What's happening?
A business?
Business?
The powerful Celise. It is an honor and a privilege to meet you. I am Gazek Nomrid, just a simpler merchant, by trade from Icewind Dale, and I've come hearing of your victories and your journeys to sell my wares. You're getting a lot of foot traffic. It felt appropriate. And on the side, Duo mentioned that he himself had created some merchandise that he was selling. And I point out to the figurines that have been up on the display. Yeah.
Merchandise. So Celise is going to pick up the figure of Celise, and she turns it over in her hand. She's like, "My hair doesn't look this way. That's not the right skin color. Have you seen anyone with hair like mine before? Who made this?"
Your manager. And at this time, I put air quotes around it.
And I look at Duo and I'm like, "Oh, he's a kobold. Leave him alone." You said you had wares and you've heard of us.
Mm-hmm.
What is it you want exactly?
Icewind Dale is a land that is plagued by forever snow because of the whims of a god. And so when I heard that the rivals killed and dealt with their own demonic counterpart, it felt a nice place to set up and perhaps profit a little in the process.
All right.
All right. So as y'all are talking, Dahani or Rin, would any of you have a reason to be in the periphery of this discussion?
Oh yeah.
Or like, are you still like off, kind of doing your own stuff?
No, I was probably watching this whole thing happen, but
Okay, just like standing there with popcorn.
Yeah, from like behind the counter, and then once I see the whole thing like really get in, I'm more amused than anything, but also as the newest person in the building, so to speak, not quite sure if I should say anything. but more
Okay.
so want to see this play out.
Okay. All right. And Rin, where would you be like in the like at noon, basically?
I think Ryan is outside, working out, getting his soul on. He's about to come back in because he wants to make some breakfast for after workout.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll say that you come in, you're like super sweaty.
Yeah.
You're like kind of gasping because I'm assuming that you were out like running or working out or like something, right?
Mm-hmm,
So you come in like just kind of like drenched, like you're hungry, and you see Celise holding up a doll of herself in front of a person that you've never seen, and across the way you see like Dahani just staring intently at them while she's at the desk, and like also like Duo is there too, just like looking like very awkward, kind of like between like Celise and this new person. What do you say and or do?
So Ren walks in. He's kind of like, "Hey, Celise, who's this?"
I don't know.
Gosrick like smooths his like ice white tunic that's like a short sleeve. It's basically what would be like a short sleeve polo, but in tunic form.
Okay.
And
All right.
the same thing, what would be like blue shorts matching his hat that like are basically, think if you the suburban dad on the weekend wears like tucked in and there's like white New Balances, sorry, his white shoes that he's got on, and he says, wow, the stories, they did not do justice. Rin, my goodness, they told of your strength and your magnitude, but man, the figurines are wrong all the way around.
Yeah. I'll say that the figures are based on how Rin used to look, so they're not as buff as he is now. So Rin, how do you respond to this?
I'm sorry that look a little different, but gotta work out. That's what's happening. But you gotta move out of the way because I gotta eat. I gotta eat. Like Ren kind of like pushes him out the way.
You pushed it out the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
to get
no.
to the
God.
kitchen.
What your macros require protein? I have ice spider meat available. It's please, it would be my honor.
Oh, you want to make me something?
No, I mean just use the ice spider meat in your sandwich. I don't know what you're making. I'm not a cook, but I have ingredients.
Oh, okay. The Ren like takes it. He's like, I will try to make something out of this. He's like has his hand. He slowly walks away.
It's good meat, very fibrous.
Okay, I may have to trust you on that. And then Ren kind of like runs away. To the kitchen.
Okay. And like you're going toward the kitchen, right? Because you're looking for some food.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. As Rin goes toward the kitchen, you hear a banging on the door outside. It's like kind of like a banging, but in like a pattern. It's like pop, 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 pop. All right, and it continues to happen for about maybe like 30 seconds. So, and Duo, he like looks at the guy and says, "Well, I'm just the manager. You guys are the rocket. Like, go ahead and check that out."
Excuse you? Who said you were anybody's manager? You're like 2 feet nothing. Go
Well,
find something to do.
let's not be heightist now, all right? That is not.
You're new here, hush.
All right. So like he like
I will
shows.
go check out the thing.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
to.
All right. So you robbed. As you're walking away, he has the org chart out to show to you, but like y'all just walk past, and you don't even see his wonderfully designed organizational chart.
Duo probably asked me for the pencil to write it. So.
Yeah, he probably did. He's like, "Hey, I just need it for like a couple seconds." All right. So as y'all get to the door, so like the bang is like coming from outside the door. So like outside the manor. So do you open the door? Do you ask who's there? What do you like? Try to look out of a window? You know how? How do you guys handle it?
Is there a window on the side, either side of this door that they're banging on?
There's a window that you could like. You wouldn't be able to like see who's at the door, but like you'd at least be able to see if someone was maybe walking away or like there was a gathering outside or something like that.
All right. I'm gonna like brace myself against the door, but then ask who it is.
Okay.
Who's making all that noise?
Okay. So as you brace yourself against the door, the pattern stops, and then you hear footsteps walking away.
Huh. I'm gonna open the door.
Okay. As you open the door, you see a very large nail in the door, and you see attached to it a very long scroll that kind of goes like it starts at the middle of the door, like the scroll is nailed in, and it goes down and kind of like even touches the ground and rolls on the ground for like a little bit.
Can I see if there's anything magical about it before I touch it?
Sure. Yeah.
God, how do you D&D? I've forgotten how to Can I is that just a cantrip? I forgot.
Yeah, we'll just say just for now, you just cast it. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, I forgot if you have to roll for. I don't think you have to roll for it. I think it's just just like a part of your. Yeah. So you don't sense any magic. It just seems like it's a regular piece of paper and regular writing on the paper. So it doesn't seem weird or anything.
All right. Well, I pull the nail out and start reading the scroll.
Okay.
Assuming it's in Common or Elvish.
It is definitely in Common because the message that they want to convey is something they want no one to have an excuse for not to be able to read.
Oh God.
And it basically says, Duo and Orthavius Creed, due to the payments listed below, in 90 days the manor will be repossessed. And then you see item number 1, 50 pencils not paid for. Item number 2, 25 tables not paid for. Item number 3, 3 curtains not paid for. And this list goes all the way down as this paper like flows on the ground as well.
What's
so it's basically a list of items.
Yeah, what's the total cost?
So each one doesn't have a cost to it. It just says like not paid for.
Is there a total like at the bottom of the bill?
Nope. Mm-mm.
So how you gonna be a bill collector and not tell us how much we owe?
Oh.
This is some Avernus energy right here. So I look at Dahani. Do you know anything about this?
No. I've been here for 4 months and 8 days.
All right. So this looks like basically everything in the manor. Unless, I mean, this stuff was here before Thavius tried to take the manor. So I roll up the scroll and go back inside, and I'm yelling for Ren. Ren, where are you?
I'm cooking.
All right, hurry up. We need you.
It might be a little bit. These spider meat is kind of tough.
Yeah, no, it's best in stew.
Spider meats?
Yeah, a new friend gave me some stuff.
It's good though.
Oh my God, you're gonna die. You ate food from someone you just met. Oh my God.
It's okay. I've eaten worse.
All right. Well, put it in a stew and come out here.
It's gonna take a second. 4, possibly 2 minutes.
All right. So while Ren is cooking, I wave this parchment at Duo and go explain.
Oh, just like put that in that drawer there.
No.
I walk over to the drawer.
Yeah. What is the drawer?
And I like pull it open.
It's stuffed with smaller versions of these scrolls.
Oh my God.
No, you need to pay bills. Oh no.
Duo.
Why is Duo the cousin that always shows up asking for like to hold $50 and you never get it back?
Look, I didn't ask y'all for anything. I'm just trying to do it myself, okay? Look, we still got the mana. Y'all are heroes, so they're never gonna take this from us, okay? We don't gotta pay this stuff, all right? Like we got it, y'all. We got it.
No, if government comes to seize Manor, they can seize any asset inside of Manor, meaning my asset that I set up. You lied to me, Duo. You said this was safe spot for sale.
Oh, I mean, it's safe because they're here. Okay? I mean, the government is not going to come in here and forcibly take it. You know,
Duo, have you?
it's just not going to happen.
Duo, you are a kobold.
I am.
And note, none of our names are on this scroll. They don't care who we are. They could show up tomorrow with a truck and a cart and a mule and take everything. They don't care who we are. Our names are not immunity. You've been ignoring bills. Why are you like this? Why?
Well, look, I have one question. Like, y'all love me, right?
Not right now.
I don't know you.
I'm not talking to you, Iceman. I'm talking to, like, the rivals here. Look, y'all love me. If they tried to take me away, I've seen you guys murder a lot of people. Like, I'm sure you would just do your thing, and then we take care of it, and then we can still do the mana. So, problem solved.
No.
Put it in the dresser.
No.
Let's get back to stuff.
No. Dahani, Eric Coker have to pay taxes in their bills, right?
I mean, we have to maintain upkeep of the monastery. Yeah, for sure.
And Rin, elves have to pay taxes and bills, right? Wherever Rin is, I'm
We're
yelling.
supposed to do that.
Oh my god.
I haven't done that in 50 years.
All right, so Duo, he like leans into both Dahani and Celise and like says, "We can always sell Rin's gold."
No.
I mean,
We're not
what the
stealing.
heck?
We're not stealing from Rin. What? Did
I'm
you
not.
just? No.
I just stole from him this morning. What are you talking about?
What?
And then he
I'm
pulls
gonna-
out, and then he pulls out of his pocket, kind of like a gold kind of ring, but it's not a nice one. Like Rin has all this stuff, all this
Oh my god.
gold stuff, and it's like one of his like less shiny one, but like as like Duo, as he pulls it out, he like puts his finger up to his snout, like.
Give me
he
that
puts it back
ring.
in his pocket.
No. Give it to me now.
But
No.
like, we gotta
No. No.
All right, he gives you the ring.
Do I have to shake you? What else did you take? Who else have you been stealing from?
Am I now
Reminds
a
me-
fence for Rin stolen goods? Am I now selling like other jewelry that he has stolen?
You can ask Duo that. 'Cause-
Okay. How much of this jewelry you give me is Rin's as well, huh? How much you find?
Look, you never never asked questions before, okay?
Oh.
You're a good seller, and like you just gotta move the product.
No,
Okay.
but a good seller knows product, and I can't know product if I don't know where it comes. You know what? It's fine. I just like start packing up things, particularly the like stuff that isn't Gosrick's that he brought. So
Okay.
like everything that Duo has like given up, he starts packing it up and sort of like shifting it off the table.
All right. As you're packing up, Duo, he kind of gets like he hops on like a table, which you surmise is one of these tables that's not paid for. And he says like, wait, I'm already on top of it, y'all. I'm already on top of it. I have ideas how I can take care of this. Okay. I have ideas. I got fundraising ideas. Okay. Remember, I lived on the streets of Waterdeep for a very long time. I'm very entrepreneurial. Okay. I own this place. We can do things to bring more people here because see, look, they want to see y'all, but the problem is like they're seeing y'all like for free. You know, like we could set up all kind of things where people will like we could set up lines, we could set up like signing things, we could set up like like opportunities of them to like maybe shake your hand for a couple of dragons or like like those kind of things. Like I have a whole list here, and he pulls out of his pocket. First, it's like the org chart. He's oh wait. and then he like crumbles that up and he throws it to the side. He pulls out another sheet of like of a paper that has a list of like a bulleted list of things on it, and he shows it to y'all. Says, "How these things look?"
Celeste just looks at everyone else.
Oh, yeah.
So she's just like sitting there and just like debating whether or not she just wants to like punt Duo out the door and take things over because he's going to get them all thrown in jail.
What's on this list?
Okay. So the first thing that like you see on the list is it just says fighting tournament. And then the second thing says talent show. And the third thing says bounty hunter. So like those are the three things on the list.
Okay, these first two things are pretty self-explanatory. Please explain bounty hunter Duo.
Well, like, you know, like people have bounties, like they need to catch people, and like y'all are really good at catching people, so I feel like I could like manage your catching of people and take a small cut, and then use that to help like pay this thing off.
Your cut goes towards like we don't get any money right now because it's all gotta go. And forgive me for being a big voice when I haven't been here for very long, but I kind of like this place and I don't want it to get taken away. So we're working on a negative here, Duo.
Wait, I don't understand what a negative is. What's a negative?
Clearly you don't. Ren, where are
I almost got it.
He's
the spider meat is tough.
Oh my god. Leave that spider meat alone and come in here. This is important.
Spider meat don't burn in the kitchen.
No, honestly, okay. I'll overlook it. I'll finish it. You've done most of the work. And so like, yeah, I'll just go in and finish stirring. I'll make sandwich. It's fine.
Everyone walks
out. So,
hey, what's going on?
Oh, which one do you want to do? Or should we do all three at the same time? Like we could invite people that have bounties on them to be in a talent show, murder them at the talent show, and take the money from people because we charge an admissions fee for people to come see the talent show. It's like killing two birds like with one stone.
Duo, this sounds like something that would happen in Avernus and they name it the Fire Festival.
So he writes down 4 Fire Festival below the other ones.
No, that wasn't an idea.
But you know, he obviously he writes FIRE, but he writes Fire Festival and like at least like,
so
good idea.
Celeste just like takes his idea like scroll and holds it up, comparing to the very long scroll of charges due. Duo. This is a negative. Is the scroll bigger than Duo? Because he's not very tall.
Way big. It's way bigger than Duo. Like if you fully extended it, it would be taller than like any one of you.
Okay, but rolled up, it's still pretty big, right?
Yeah.
So I'm brandishing this at Duo. Like this is a negative. We have 90 days.
Okay, and, but we also have ideas.
Duo. Celisa's trying so hard not to cuss at this small little kobold friend. And it's like, Duo, did you ignore this because you think you're dead and don't have to pay taxes? Is this what's happening here? Also, this is our home too, and you are using our good name to make money. You're stealing from us. And while I'm yelling, I hand Rin back his ring like, you are in trouble, young kobold. You.
Oh.
Not you, Rin, and him.
Okay, sorry. I'm so used to being in trouble, so.
Yeah,
for once you didn't do it.
That was pretty good. I thought that like Rin was like taking the blow for
No. I slid Rin his ring that Duo gave me that he stole from him that morning. And I'm just like I'm like so incensed at this, like because slightly out of character, we all have that one cousin or that one friend that always does this and then comes
Oh,
to you
yeah.
for help. And I'm just thinking of all those people that I've met in my life as I brandish this at Duo. Like, we have 90 days. Do you know how long 90 days is, Duo? Do you know how to count?
And then he kind of looks at Garzik.
Come back with like 3
Just kinda
bowls
looks at him.
of ice spider stew on a plate. Okay. I have traveled a long time to come here. It has taken a big journey and a big investment of wares from Icewind Dale to make a sale. I cannot just leave. I will balance your books for you.
Oh, what is
But
it
you
about
get
my books, man?
0% of profit.
Wait, like he picks up 2 of the scrolls
I like
and
look
he
at
kind of holds them on his hand like this and like says, I can balance books. Like, what are you even talking about?
God, this is infuriating. Okay, rivals, I offer you a trade. I save mana from financial and fiscal foreclosure, and you kill Oriel the god.
I'm sorry, who?
I'm sorry, what?
The god who's forever frozen my hometown. Main reason why, like, we can talk about it later, but for now, just let me try with this.
So, Celeste, you know that gif of Idris Elba where he's like pointing, like, you keep talking. She's like waving this at the new guy, like, all right. Well, it doesn't even tell us how much we owe. We don't know how much money this is.
Well, can I start looking at the old pieces of
Yes.
like are there other? I want to see if maybe one of the previous has costs. And
Yes.
would I roll an investigation on that or?
So you're like going over to the jar and just kind of just.
That's like filled. I'm looking for stuff that actually's got like either a bill of sale, like if he's put everything in here, are receipts in here?
Yeah, it is pretty stuffed, so you would have to roll investigation because it's
For
like
sure.
stuffed to the gills with
Gotcha.
crap.
That is okay. Let's roll. Okay, got a 17.
Okay, all right. You find a smaller scroll. It's kind of near the bottom. You do see that someone appeared to try to scratch out the number on it, but because of your roll, you can get a sense that it says like next notice will be final, and right next to it, it says 500,000 gold.
500,000 dragons?
Wait. Somebody must have scratched at it. Oh my God.
Wait, is it scratched out? Is it like
Scratched out with his talons. Yes, like
no,
actually
I'm sorry. I
scratched.
was worried if it was like with a marker and like all I see is 500,000 and there's more.
Oh, no.
No. Okay.
No. He like tried to scratch, like actually scratch the numbers out of the paper.
Gotcha.
But like through your powers of mercantilism, you reconstructed the paper. And you saw the actual number. Yes.
Yeah. Oh dear. Okay. I take the scroll over and I like hand it to Hani on my walk by. Yeah.
All right. So Duo, he looks at y'all and it says, guys, I've already been working on these ideas. Okay, I'm just showing them to you now, but there might be some already in progress. That's all I'm saying. Like, I never stop working, so there might be some of these that I've already been working on. The money will just come flowing in. It'll just come flowing in, and then we'll be able to handle this, and we'll be good.
Do you know how many dragons 500,000 dragons is?
Well, you just said how many dragons? 500,000
Oh,
dragons.
my God.
That's 500,000 dragons.
Okay.
All right.
But
And then like he like holds his hands up in victory as he feels like he just solved a difficult problem that you posed to him.
So, quick question: the collection notice. Where does it say like where or who we need to talk to about this debt? Like, is it in the town we're in? Like, We have 90 days, so
Not-
hopefully.
Not this. So, like, remember, this one does not say, like, pay this and you will solve it. This one says in 90 days it will be repossessed and just listed. Now, I will say that Gazarick, when he looked at the previous one, those are the ones that said, like, hey, like, if you come down to, like, you know, to the main seat of government, you know, like, you can make a payment or whatever. This latest one that was nailed on there just says, like, basically, like, in 90 days we're taking those.
And it's the city, right? It's what it's like.
This is the city.
Yeah.
It's like affixed with like the symbol of Waterdeep. So it's like so it definitely looks like an official document, as the other ones do as well.
Oh,
But I hate to say this, as I'm looking over Duo's plan sheet. I mean, if we don't kill people on the way out, the first one's not a bad idea. Like, you guys are kind of big moves, and you could maybe get a cut of people trying to see you. That's why I came.
yeah, but we're not gonna accumulate 500,000. There's not 500,000 crowns worth of stuff in this place.
Yeah, why
So
do you
like,
like so much?
yeah, so like you know, actually everybody roll perception.
Oh my god.
And like actually roll it at advantage because you're all like very upset. So you're you're like perception is increased via
Nat
anger.
20 on perception.
I got
Wow.
Nice.
Okay. Anybody else? All right.
Got a 2 plus 7, so a 7 and a 22.
Okay. All right. And Ren, what do you get?
I got 13.
Okay. All right. So I'll say all of y'all. As soon as you say that seems like, you know, that there's not enough in this place, you see Duo's eyes wander to from last season. There was like a little side office that Celise originally had Thavius trapped in that ended up being the portal to El Turel. You see his eyes immediately dart over to that room, and then they dart back to y'all, and they say like, sure.
I'm immediately to that door.
Same.
Okay.
Same.
All right. Wait. We don't, guys. We need to talk about this. We don't just start opening doors. Okay.
Celise is trying. Oh, go ahead.
I look Duo dead in the face, and I open the door.
Okay. As you open the door, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh god.
Oh no, I'm afraid.
Okay. All right, let's do this.
I'm afraid.
Monk stuff. 21.
Oh, sweet. Okay. As you open the door, to a normal person, they would have gotten swallowed from the amount of stuff that falls on them as they open this door. But with your 21, you are dexterous enough. Actually, tell me, if there's a pile of stuff on you, how would you avoid it if you saw a pile of stuff falling toward you?
Sheepers creepers. I would probably, let's see, do I have that thing? Yeah, I'd step of the wind and just like dash. Like as soon as I see it, I'm like,
Okay. All right. So yeah, so like, just all these little trinkets start to fall out and you just dash out of the way. And as you dash out of the way, these are things just smash against the ground. Some things break, but it's just after it all falls, there's just a sea of stuff. It looks like more that could actually fit in that room. It just spills out to where it's almost covering the like the ground, like a big chunk of the ground. You guys don't have to roll investigation because it's pretty much in your face. You see a lot of these more like kind of tchotchkes, like these rivals figures, these like imitation swords and pyromancy shields from like Celise, these like imitation gold things from like Rin. You see like full life-size imitation dolls of Perrin that fall out of here. And you see a bunch of Shaka's white robes. They all fall out here as well. Just tons of stuff. Like it's literally spilling out for like a good 20 seconds. Like just until it's like covering the amount of area that is covering on the ground seems like it's more than what was in the room.
Wow.
And then Duo says, I told you not to open the door. Now I'm going to clean all this stuff up. Thanks.
Where did it all come from?
What do you mean, where did it come from? I purchased it.
You purchased this? Why did you purchase any of this?
I mean, people came to offer me stuff because y'all were here. And they said, like, hey, I'll let you borrow it or you pay me later. I said, yeah, sure. Like, whatever. You know? And because, look, they said these are investments. You know? Like you start small and you invest in the right things.
Is there a set of knives amongst all this stuff? Is there, like, knives
I would say that there are things sharp enough to be knives. Like, there's not knives, but yeah, there's like some of those imitation swords that like they're not as good as Celise's, but they are made of like cheaper metal. So yeah, there's
some essential oils and some Sensi products.
Yeah.
Socks.
There are some like Celise marked bath kits in there as well. Of course, they're awful. they smell awful because Duo just grabbed whatever he could to put in these bottles. But yes. So yeah, you like wanted a sharp thing?
No. I just went to it was a play on multi-level marketing.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, sorry.
Wow.
My bad. Over the DM said.
You never
thought
saw
you were
knives
gonna-
for a summer. That's what that shows.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna like threaten him with a knife or something.
No.
I
love you too
mean,
much.
Celeste looks to Ren like, what? Say something. Do something.
I just all weird to me.
He's
I'm
your
not
friend.
used to it. So, I'm friends with a lot of people.
Wow.
All right, so as you're saying, this Duo is trying to put stuff back into this room, and Dahani, I'm gonna say you didn't dash. You dashed enough to avoid the stuff, but you can still kind of see into the room.
Okay.
You see inside the room. You see little remnant of that black inky portal that was from last season that transported you to Elturel, and you notice that some of the stuff is coming out of there.
Oh my goodness. Oh my dang. So I'll point it out to Celise. I'll say, well, I think this is how all of this stuff is in the room, which means, is there stuff still spilling out of it?
Not actively, but you can see that there's stuff like halfway through, kind of.
Duo, is this everything?
Define everything.
Duo.
Look, y'all.
No.
y'all-
No.
Seriously, Duo seems like do you all know sunk cost fallacy? Because Duo as a person feels like a sunk cost. Like,
You're right. You're right. I just met you, but you have way more sense.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No, Celise is just like staring between the portal, this stuff, and Duo, and everyone else in the room is like, Duo, you're going to put all of this on tables. You're going to throw away what's broken. And you're going to have a yard sale. And you're going to make enough money to help toward what you owe. Or you're giving this stuff back. Don't argue with me, Kobold.
All right. He kind of looks down. He just kind of like looks down and he kind of kicks at one of the little dolls and as he kicks it, it just shatters. It's just a piece. It's just a cheap piece of. Actually, this is like one of like Dahani. Actually, he like he like kicks it, and like one of Dahani's wings just breaks off. It's just like a really crappy piece of stuff. Yeah. As he says that, kind of a group of people come in, and they are dressed pretty nicely, way nicer than you normally see that attends the manor, and they are all,
I immediately run to my stall.
Oh my god!
We run to the store.
Immediately,
We got shotguns.
I see the drip, and I'm immediately there.
Okay. All right. As you're there, yeah. So like a big group of people. I say about 15 people come in, and they come in kind of like orderly, and like they are kind of like they are chatting, and as soon as they see Duo, Celise, Dahani, and Rin, they they kind of start pointing, and they start like making kind of excited noises around each other, as if they're like excited to see y'all.
Come on, come get the official meat of Rin's workout plan. Ice spider meat, high in protein, low in fat.
Ooh, okay. They rush over to you, and they are pulling out just tons and tons of gold, and they're like, "How much is it? How much is it? How much is it?"
I'll see how much they have. I make a guess. I overcharged by like 300%. Yeah. So I'd say like a ounce of meat is maybe like 5 gold
Okay.
each. Yeah.
All right. So like the first person, they give you 5 gold, and then they leave another 15 gold as a tip.
Ren, you should flex.
He starts flexing like, look.
Okay. As Rin flexes, one of the people, they come up to you, and they are also an elf, or they look like an elf. You're not quite sure, but they definitely have elf ears, and they have kind of like, they've drawn kind of like yellow circles around their arms, and like kind of like a yellow kind of like, they've drawn in kind of a yellow, like almost like headband, and then this person also starts to try to flex, and then like other people are like pointing at y'all and like very excited, as they're also throwing coins down at Gazric, picking up all the meat and other things that you're selling that they can.
They're now 35 an ounce.
They're like, oh, they're.
I literally just added a 3 in front of the sign, and I put it back down.
And like so like as you add the 35, I mean the next person gives you 40 gold and leaves 15 gold as a tip. Someone comes out of the crowd. They have a shield. It's a shield that is kind of like bronzish. It like looks like very, very rusted. And they also have a sword that looks like kind of almost like a paper mache sword. And this person looks a little younger. And they look at like Celise, and they kind of raise the sword in the air, like, "I am Celise, the human paladin."
Oh no.
And Celeste just is like, "Hi?" Much like me, IRL, like, great job. Great cosplay.
Cosplay? What's the cosplay?
Good sword. You'll slay many monsters.
Yeah. And then they kind of say, "Do this," and and then like the person, they like kind of like do a slice motion with the sword. They're like, do this, and they're slicing with the sword. Do you slice with your sword to commune with them?
No, because I was at home, so I wasn't walking around with my sword. So
Okay.
I'm actually not armed, and I'm just like, sorry, my sword's upstairs.
Oh, so like you like hear like a chorus of awes there.
Oh,
Um,
I look at how I'm dressed. I'm not
Mhm.
dressed for battle. Sorry.
Yep. And then as this person is flexing next to Rin, you suddenly hear the crowd go, Rin, 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 Rin. As this guy is like trying to, like, he's definitely not as big as you. He's like kind of like a scrawny guy with these like yellow markings on him, but he's trying to like match you. Do you do anything, Rin?
I kind of walk a little closer, like, so please, what should I do?
Humor them? We don't even know where they came from.
I could try to like make a joke or something. Yeah, like,
Sure, because I'm not getting my real sword. I don't want to hurt anyone.
okay. You want to see a trick? I could flex this coin off of my bicep.
Okay, roll performance.
Oh no. Okay.
Well, actually, roll performance or athletics.
Okay.
Either, whichever one's better for you.
Performance would be that. So, I got a 13.
Okay. All right. I mean, okay. Tell me, explain this trick to me. Do you like you just put it on your bicep and flex, and like does it flip and land back on? Is that
So
what
he
it
kind of
does?
like flips the coin a little bit, like juggles it in his finger, and then like puts it on his bicep. And he's like, watch. And he just like he hits his hand against his arm, and then if it twirls in the air, then he like catches it, and it goes like bam, caught it.
Ooh, win.
If you do eat ice meat, you can be like Grim. Just like snake that
I
tail.
love the salesmanship.
I just took responsibility for a $500,000 debt. Of course, I'm gonna be selling as much as I can.
I love this. If you want to do that, you can try some of this 35 gold meat.
Mm-hmm. That's how it's happening.
And I can imagine as he's done this, like you probably raised the price even more.
Oh yeah, 75 now.
To do this.
We're running out of stock. Demand's going up.
Yeah. Tahani, what are you doing during all this?
She's just kind of watching, but also helping Duo put things on tables.
Okay. Like what kind of things? Like the stuff that spilled out of the
the stuff that's spilled out of the door. So she's like she's trying to do some kind of organizational process. Like the Celeste things go on one table, the Rin things go on another table, and stuff like that.
Okay, all right. So one person walks up to you. They are essentially walking on their knees, and they have a drum around their neck, like so like two drums around their neck, and like a hat, and like they have a shirt that like says perfectly unexpected on it.
Uh-huh.
And they basically say, how much are these going for?
They're going for let's see, these little tchotchkes. They're 5 gold apiece.
500.
All right, he pulls out 20 gold and he gives them to you and says, give me 4 parents.
All right. I assume these are like little smallish.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
Four perfectly understated parents.
Yeah.
Shove them all over. Take the gold.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So he like walks away. Like again, he's walking on his knees to make himself shorter. So he's like walking away on his knees. As these people are walking around, I mean, there's basically almost gold spilling out of them. Anytime they see something, they're throwing gold at. Well, not physically throwing, but like they're like just like gimme, gimme, gimme. Like I want something, right? Duo, who has disappeared for like a little bit, comes out in what looks like a tuxedo. Quite a tuxedo, though. It is like more formal than he usually dresses, but it's basically like instead of a bow tie, like he kind of has like a little piece of like basically one of the shattered dolls. He kind of tied around his neck and like kind of like looks in like the position of like a bow tie, and he comes out and he jumps on one of the tables that doesn't have anything on it yet, and is like, come all, welcome to Rivals Manor. Purchase what you like, talk to them, do what you need, but just realize that you're in the presence of greatness here. And of course, if you wanted to, commission something of me, I mean, I wouldn't be above that anyway, but, talk to them. We have some wonderful meats here. We got great stuff here. Enjoy yourselves. And then he looks at, I would say Celise, especially because he knows that she was very skeptical, and he like gives her a big wink.
Can I throw a cheap doll at him for that?
Oh man. Roll,
Well, it's just like the
Roll.
wink is not like, because Celise is just like, what is happening? All I wanted was some lunch. This is my worst nightmare.
Yeah, if you're throwing it though, I'm gonna make you roll for sure. Make a dexterity roll to see if it's on target or not.
It probably isn't. That's my worst stat. And it's more she's annoyed, so I'm going to give myself disadvantage because she's annoyed and angry at this.
Okay, worst stat, disadvantage. Let's go.
Worst stat, disadvantage. So you want me to roll twice and take the lower?
Yes.
Okay, so God, what is my? Because I don't think I don't have a bonus on Dex at all. So that's an 11.
Okay, still not bad for lowest stat disadvantage. That's not bad. All right, so you throw it. It hits Duo. On the snout actually, but it bounces off, and the person that was walking away from Dahani on their knees, it hits them in the back, and they turn around and they say like, "Hey, who threw that?"
Oh, it was me. I missed. I was trying to help stock the tables.
Yay! I got hit by Celise. And then they all go around this person and they start like examining their back. And like one person's like, "I'll pay you 200 gold for that shirt. No, 300, 400, 500. And they all start just pulling gold out of their pockets, offering it to this person.
Celise is freaked out. And she just backs away until she's like next to Rin, and she's like, what is happening? What?
Honestly, I just wanted that spider meat, and you brought me out here.
Okay, I think we should go back in the kitchen.
Yeah, please, because I'm hungry still.
No, I
brought you some food.
I'm not hungry. I'm just freaked out. This is too much.
Okay, so like to like Celise and Rin, y'all go to the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
That spider meat.
Yeah, I'll go too, and I'll fan out my wings so that like I'm shielding them as I.
Oh my God, they are. When you fan out your wings, they start losing their minds.
Come get. Look, even the figures can do that too with movable wing action. Come by.
Yeah, like you fashion a little switch on the back that makes it go like that. That's hilarious. Yeah, as you're backing away with your wings fan, they are just losing.
That one avatar gif of the guy who starts foaming at the mouth. And then
Yeah.
collapses.
Yeah, exactly. They are like losing it. Gazrick, I'm assuming that you're outside. You're just profiting off these poor people that have no other food to buy. You probably up the price again.
Oh, absolutely. And now with like Tahani gone, I'm also managing the table of like the items. So you just see like running back and forth, like restocking as much as they can. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Duo is he's still on top of the table, making his speech to try to get people excited about the manor. All right, so once y'all get in the kitchen, it's like quiet, like it's like average everyday kitchen that it normally is at the manor. Rin's made a little bit of a mess when he was trying to cook in there, but it's not too bad. So what do y'all do in the kitchen?
What's going on?
We'll still try to that spider meat is really tough. Still trying to get it out. So Red asked Celeste if she could help him like break it apart.
Oh my god, you really... So Celeste just like starts breaking spider legs, and she's just sitting there going, how did I get here? How? This is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife, as she's ripping spider meat off for Ren. As she's just sitting there, after she like gets the meat off for Ren, she like looks for some alcohol because this is the most bizarre start to the day she's ever had. And she is genuinely freaked out.
Okay. You find some alcohol. If you're looking for it, you find some alcohol, and I'll say it's exactly what you were looking for, like what kind of alcohol you were looking for. Which would be what kind would Celeste be looking for?
She found a vintage called Uncle Nearer, and she reads the back of the bottle, and turns out this was like a long gone ancestor that taught the high elves how to distill whiskey, but then they stole the formula, but then an ancestor got it back.
I love it.
So she just sits there. She doesn't even get a glass. She just starts reading the back of the bottle and just starts sipping from the bottle because this is too bizarre for her.
As you're sipping, you notice that there's a lot of liquor here. As a matter of fact, like it looks like every possible liquor that you can think of is here in massive quantities, way more than you've ever seen in the manor. And there's stuff that you would know is not cheap. Like there is some stuff in there, if you even hear like Pastor Cavassier starts playing.
Oh my god.
Hey, Pastor. Yeah, so like there's a lot of liquor in here, way more than you've ever seen. So as Celeste is sipping, Rin and Dahani, y'all also notice that there's a lot of liquor in there as you see like Celeste like grab this bottle from like a cabinet. What do y'all do?
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. It's at least this is going well. Not that we. It's an opportunity. Also, where did all this liquor come from?
Okay. And Ren, any reactions to seeing all this liquor?
I mean, of course he's like getting a little excited to have some to open and see what's in there. If we could have a little bit of a
okay. I'll see that there's whatever kind of liquor you're looking for is here. Cheap version, expensive version, everything's here. So what would Ren be looking for if he was looking at, say, like a gift box of whatever you wanted? Like what?
Oh man, I think he'd be looking for trying to make a Shirley Temple.
Oh, Shirley. Okay.
No.
Okay.
He wants to go back in and do that.
Okay.
So he's looking for the lemons to slice.
All right. So they're actually Duo has pre-made some Shirley Temples, and they are
Ooh,
bottled. And you see some bottles that have Duo's face on them,
What?
What?
and they say Shirley Temples in very nice script, and they are filled with like a liquid inside, and on top is sort of like half a lemon and half a lime in like a like sealed bag, and like it says like open bag like when ready to use on the side of it.
We're gonna open that bad boy up. We're gonna have some of that. That pre-made.
Okay.
Dahani looks at the label like, Duo asked me to write this
Mm-hmm.
2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is your artistry for sure. And it looks like he went out and got an offer to pay someone later to turn this into a
I
thing.
have commission rates, okay?
Yeah, so Rin, as you open this, right, the lemon and lime are like in the seal on the top. Do you open those as well?
Yeah, we gotta have all the stuff.
Okay.
I guess. So don't forget that half lemon.
Yep. As you open them, they fall into the drink, and you have created a fresh. Because like you don't want them to be in there the whole time because they'll get soggy, right? You only put them in there right at the moment of consumption.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So do you drink this, Rin, or like do you just kind of admire that your ad hoc idea from last season has now become apparently like an actual bottled beverage?
Well, I'm gonna Ren's gonna admire it and then offer Dahani some too, in case.
Okay.
She will decline for now.
All right. Well, then Ren's gonna go ahead and enjoy a little bit of a sip of the Shirley Temple.
Yeah, I actually don't know if Dahani drinks, so we'll have to because like Dahani wouldn't know what a Shirley Temple is because she wasn't there. Well, she was there. No, actually, yeah, she was not there. So yeah, so she would not know. But
In the 4 months she's been here, you haven't seen her drink.
okay, cool. All right, got it. All right. So as y'all are doing this, the kind of commotion that was going on outside, it sound like you can still hear that there's a lot of people out there, but kind of the frenzy that was going on where they were like cheering when Dahani opened her wings, and like even as you got into the kitchen, you heard people just shouting orders to like Garzik, and you just heard the repeated sound of coins being slammed on the table in front of him. It appears to have like quiet. It's not like 100% quiet, but it sounds like like there's a sudden change in the sound in that room.
Good.
So do I do anything?
I'll poke my head out.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I'll poke my head out too while still having the Shirley Temple because it's a good taste.
Are you trying to like stealthily do it, or like just kind of poke your head out?
I'm trying to do it stealthily.
All right, let's roll stealth.
Okay.
All right.
It's not a good sign.
24.
8.
Okay. All right. So I'll say y'all don't do it together. Like y'all do it kind of like one like at a time. So like so like Rin is like able to poke this just a little bit and just like sneaks his eye over, and he sees that a bunch of them are sitting. That there's some chairs out, and it looks like that those same people, they like have their meats, they have like some drinks, and they're just like sitting down. So like he goes back. Dahani comes out. Tell me how you would unstealthily try to look out of a door.
So I think what happens is that I am trying to poke my head out, but I trip, probably over Rin as he's coming back, and like my wings go, wah, and I go, and I just kind of like fall on the door.
Okay. All right. So as you fall, it makes a pretty loud noise, and all of a sudden, you hear the crowd go, "Shh! I think it's starting. I think it's shh."
And I scoot back behind the door,
Mm-hmm.
and I turn to everyone. I think they're waiting for a performance?
Of what?
I don't know.
As you say this, duo comes in. He still has this figurine tied like around his neck, kind of look fancier in like his eyes. And he comes up to y'all, and like I said, it's like, guys, you're never gonna believe the idea that I had like a couple days ago. All right. You're never going to believe it. But look, we've already made a lot of money today. All right. A lot of money. Okay. And now we just have to do the talent show. And that's what we're going to end for today.
What? Talent
That's what
show.
we're going to end. That's what we're going to end for today. So at the end of every show, if you are new to Rivals, we leave the last 10 or so minutes for questions. But remember that these questions are for us in character, so they're not for us as people, they're for our characters. So if you have any questions for Celise, for Dahani, for Rin, for Agazaric, for a duo, for any one of the random rich people that came in, just like throwing money, just ask them in the Twitch chat. Try to put the word question like before you ask the question so that we can easily spot your answer, and we will read those through. All right, so first question, and I guess this could be for anyone to answer. How did y'all meet Duo? Who remembers the origin story of meeting Duo?
Oh
I don't
God.
remember. It's been a while.
Okay, so way back in season 1, we were in an alley, and we were attacked by a bugbear and a whole bunch of kobolds that were originally dressed as children.
Mm-hmm.
Perrin, who is not on this season but has been on every other season, he casts. He has a Rod of Rulership spell, which allows him to basically make people do what he wants for 8 hours. So he charmed a bunch of those kobolds. When that spell ran out, we were like at sort of a big concert hall, and there were three kobolds in a trench coat that were dressed up, and one of the previous antagonists, like Zaraj, who like Celise has a history with, attempted to kill Ashbourne, who was another previous castmate played by Serena Marie, because she has a dragon arm and they wanted it. And this kobold, even though he was not charmed anymore, took the arrow. And since then, he was originally named Middle, now he's named Duo, and he's been with us ever since, scheming. So that is the Duo lore. That is the lore book of Duo Chapter 1. All right.
All the questions are for Duo.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah.
Except for the one that just came in, we got a couple for everyone.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What's the next question? I can look for it.
One saying, "What are y'all talents for next week?"
Yeah. So I want to give people time to think about that. I mean, if y'all have one, y'all want to share it now, you can. But like, I wanted to end there to give y'all a week to think about how you react to this. You don't have to answer it now.
Okay.
But if you have a quick one, that would be cool. All right. What's Duo's TikTok username? TikTok does not exist in Waterdeep, so not going to answer that question. But it would likely be Duo on like every thing
Yeah.
that they would be. It'd be like Duo XX5 or something like that. Question for Duo: were you planning on telling everyone your plan at some point? I mean, I did tell him the plan. I just ended the episode. I went in the office and I told him what's going on. I told him it was a talent show. So he believes he already told everybody the plan at the last minute. So this is not a character question, but I will answer it a rare time. Are all your old videos on Twitch and YouTube? Yes. If you search Rivals of Waterdeep on a YouTube, the official D&D YouTube account has a Rivals of Waterdeep playlist, also linked off of our pinned tweet that has links to the audio podcast, to the Instagram account that has all the clips, and to the YouTube playlist.
There's this question for everybody. What is the casual day off outfit that we got caught wearing by this crowd of admirers?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Who wants to answer that one?
I'll go. Dahani usually wears kind of like smocks, like one piece things so they're easily removable and, wing access, etc. This one is probably cleaner than most because she hasn't been painting in the last couple days. But with probably a blue sash across it, and she's always got her painter's belt on even if she's not painting. But that's probably what she's wearing. And she's probably got foot wraps as well.
Okay. All right. Anybody else want to answer?
Celeste is wearing just like cloth trousers and like a wrap vest, but it's sleeveless, because if she's been doing any sword work or working on her shield doing woodwork, she wants to be able to just hop in a bath real quick instead of having to shake out dust chips. And bracers or her hands wrapped if she's been sparring maybe with Ren or something.
Okay. Ren, what would you be wearing? Muscle shirts to show off your buffness?
Definitely, I would say a muscle shirt, and he would definitely have really tight workout pants. If they existed, but really tight.
Yeah.
Breeches.
Okay.
Yeah. Leggings or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know Masood already described kind of what his character was wearing, but what would Garzik wear on his day off? Because obviously he's on now because he's selling stuff, but what would he be wearing when he's relaxing?
When he's relaxing, it's the polo tunic comes off and the Hawaiian floral shirt comes on. That's never buttoned. It's just it's draped over, and the shorts become Bermuda shorts, and it's for him a day off is imagining what it would be like to be on an island. So that is just what he tries to vibe to the entirety.
That is amazing. The guy from the Eternal Winter Place has Hawaiian outfit. I love it. Any other questions, y'all, that y'all picked up? I see a few.
There's a lot.
I had one question for Garzik, but also another question. How do you spell your name, Garzik?
Yes. You know what? Let's get it right. Let's pull up my character sheet, and I'll pull it up. Gazrick.
Okay.
It's Gazrick, and then
Gazrick. Okay.
Gazrick, and then last name is Nomrand, Nomrand.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I see a question for Celeste. What is
God.
Duo's middle name, and why didn't you use it today?
Celeste was so incensed she could not think of a middle name for Duo, but it'd probably be Duo, that thing that drives me mad, small kobold. You are in so much trouble.
Okay. Question for Rin. How are your culinary skills?
I'm learning how to cook appropriately, and also being having the taste actually taste good. There's been quite a few mistakes in my experiments of cooking, but I think we're getting there. The spider meat was our first test, and I'm excited to be able to cook more and learn how to be better and cook for everybody.
Yeah, I wonder if Ren is gonna, since he's all buff now, if he's also turned into like, I'm only eating super healthy stuff and like protein, like big things of protein, and he's turned into one of those really like judgmental people, like, oh, I only eat lean grass fed beef in Waterdeep now.
Wow.
All right. I think any other questions y'all saw that y'all feel like answering? There's a bunch in here.
There's a bunch.
We definitely can't answer all of them. But is there like one more that y'all think is good?
Yeah. So Arachnovold asked, question for anyone. Someone said several thousand dragons. Is that what y'all call gold sometimes? Yes, because the Waterdeep coins have a dragon on one side, and is it Mert the moneylender on the other?
Yes, so. Mert.
Yeah. So actually, hashtag not sponsored, you can look at Beetle and Grimm, and they actually sell those coins, which premiered the year that our show did at Stream Many Eyes. You can buy 3 of them, I think, for $15 if you would like to have an actual like coin from Waterdeep.
Yeah, and Mert the Moneylender, first NPC we ever interacted with. In this first episode. Yep. All right, so thank you everyone for watching. Let's go around, everybody, say what y'all doing, and how to find you. Starting with Tanya.
Hi, my name's Tanya, known as Lisa Storio around the internet. Not really, it's Cypher of Tier. What I'm doing, beside coming back here for Rivals on Friday night, I am playing in Vampire the Masquerade for charity over at Vancouver by Night's channel, along with our friends B. Dave Walters, the Opera Geek, Critical Bard, Matt Mercer, and a lot of people. I'm playing the Primogen Bruja, and we'll be raising money for 2 great causes. If you can, I'll share the tweet in the chat after I'm done talking. And then at some point next month, we'll be back for the Dragon Age game that I GM on the Wandering DM's channel, which is 8 o'clock Thursdays Eastern, with the Opera Geek, a few other friends, and we kind of run amok and trample all over Dragon Age lore, and Fenris is the Inquisitor. So if you're a Dragon Age fan and like our shenanigans, we're full of them, aka Thirsty Thursday. So yeah, otherwise follow me on the Twitters, and sometimes I stream on my own channel at Cypher Tier.
Awesome. Brandon.
All right, I'm Brandon Stennis. I played Brent Leadon. You can find me on Twitter at IamBrandonTV. You can find me on Twitch at IamBrandon. Stuff that's going on with me, there is a lot. But yeah, there's a few things that are coming out. Tomorrow I'll be on the front page of Twitch for Pride for Mid Bosses, Summer Pride. Nice. I'll be playing Dream Daddy for charity. So if you want to come out and see that, come hang out with me. Other stuff, yeah, there's other stuff rolling out, so you'll have to see on Twitter when that happens. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Latia.
I have been Latia, the Lady Tiefling, across all social media. I'm not entirely certain where this will be happening yet, but on Saturday I will be doing a stream related to Keith Ammon's upcoming book, Live to Tell the Tale, the companion book to his first book, The Monsters Know What They're Doing. It's basically like a tactical sort of how to run monsters, and this book is a how to be a good strategist in combat for the players. We'll be kind of running through some of the stuff that he has. He's in chat. Hey, we'll be running through some of the stuff that he's going to outline in his book. But other than that, you can find me on Twitter. And now I have a decent streaming setup, so you may find me streaming on my own channel at twitch.tv/theladytiefling. So look for me there.
Sweet. And Masood.
Hey guys, I'm Masood. I'm a comedian and actor based out of Chicago. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Marudeboy, MAHRUDEBOI. It's mainly just hot takes and sometimes content about my cat. And actually, update, cats. I got another cat yesterday.
Ooh.
It's very exciting. There'll be photos forthwith, but in the meantime, yeah, you can also catch me playing on Tuesday nights with Indoor Recess. We're going to be making our way through the Mythic Odysseys of Theros for Roll20, and yeah, we play on, it's Pacific time, so it's 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Pacific time. Sorry, I'm in Chicago and sometimes math is hard. But yeah, you can find me there. You can find me here, and you can find me in 3 hours on Indoor Recess's Twitch channel, where myself and Solani and TK joins the fray will be making our way through Final Fantasy VII Remake. So if you're looking for something to do in 3 hours, come find us.
Yeah, and also Indoor Recess featuring former castmate Carlos Luna as well.
Yes.
So if you want to see what Carlos is up to,
or subscribe to the OnlyFans he made for his hair. That's an inside joke for.
Oh my God.
If you come in and check it out, you'll get it. It's a good time.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm Sharif Jackson. I was your DM today. You can find all my stuff at sharifjackson.com, SHAREEF Jackson.com, and also Sharif Jackson on all social networks. Don't have anything big coming up, but I do want to shout out one comicbooks.com for the dope article that they wrote on us. That we tweeted out. So you should see that there, and like also in general to Wizards of the Coast for putting on a very successful online D&D live. I know it's rough not having people there, but special shout out to Kate Welch, who DM'd a bunch of comedians, which was amazing, and then DM'd a bunch of people from Game of Thrones. Both games were completely off the rails and amazing and awesome. And so if you haven't watched any of the on-demand stuff from a D&D Live, it's all on like a YouTube at this point. So check it out. All right, so we will see y'all next week, same time. Have a great week, y'all. Peace.